All right. Okay, enough preamble.
Turtle beer.
It is the September edition of the Royal Creator Podcast. I do not know how much I need to edit this out in the YouTube version, but yeah, that's a start.
Mm.
Okay, so begin with, let me introduce everyone. I'll start with myself. I'm the host for today. My name is Delta. I've make strategy guide videos. I make discussion videos as much as possible, and I'm very glad to be the host for this month's Royal Creative Podcast, especially for the EU and Asia time zones. Like the last Royal Creator Podcast or in the NA time zones, and it is a pain to go down as a Asian person myself, and I know that there are some EU users out there who may not know of this Royal Creator Podcast because most of it is actually in the NA time zones. Who we have next? We have Yume. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Yumi. I'm everybody's least favorite time slot 2 guildmaster. I'm a cleric, I'm a cosplayer, occasionally streamer, and yeah, I'm so happy that I'm finally able to commit to the podcast since I think it's a great concept and I love podcasts. But since I'm a European player, so yeah, cursed time slot 2.
Curse time slot
It is a
2.
bit.
Yeah, I remember time slot 2 very well.
Yeah,
Very very
we
well.
we are coming for you all, and you know it.
Yeah.
No, we have a strong community in Time Slot 2. Most of the guilds know each other. We even met each other at some point, and yeah, be afraid. So on to the next one. I think that's Enda.
And
Yes, hi, I'm Anda / Kokuma. I am actually an American, but I'm visiting the Netherlands right now, so I get to infiltrate the cursed time zones
the curse
for
time
today.
zones. Yeah.
Yes, I'm also a resident shit poster for the podcast. I'm a full-time artist and streamer. I am kind of falling by the wayside of SINoALICE right now. I'm currently officially a disgraced former guildmaster. I used to run a comp guild in TS3/4. I'm a DPS. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Right. And last but not least, we have
Lamb.
Lim.
Yeah, it is I, Lim, the least member of this entire group. I single-handedly destroyed Kokuma's guild.
Wait, what?
It's true.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Oh no.
A series
Hold
of
that,
unfortunate events perpetrated by Lim.
Oh,
perpetrated by me alone, destroying the guild, and now I have to stay up at 2 a.m. To play this.
To play with
game.
Izzy's guild. Now I have to wake up at 3 a.m. to do Gran. I have to wake up my partner.
Oh god.
I'm so glad that I do not.
I
do
thankfully do not
to
have a
create
partner to
focus.
wake up.
Oh no. Oh no. He spends everyone's Twilight crystals on
It's
storage.
true.
Oh
Lim-
my
Oh
god.
yes, it's true.
Lim spent, how much was it? Like 8,000 Twilight crystals on inventory?
600 Twilight crystals,
Oh,
which is
man. 1 million
in
Twilight
real money.
crystals on storage.
Oh.
And now we're getting more
£pound in
inventory.
real money. And I get it back now.
Yeah, you're gonna get it back
I get
now.
my money
It's a
back.
good
Now
thing.
you're rich.
Yeah, you're not rich. You're not rich.
I'm rich.
Yeah, that's great.
That's, wow, 2 polls.
Two votes. Two votes.
Yeah, 2 whole pulls.
Yeah. Anyways, for those who are here, this will also be a YouTube replay. It's gonna be on this link over here. bit.ly/Royal Creator Podcast. You can just go over there, subscribe. There's gonna be like a podcast every single month like this, and I know not everybody will be in the European time zones. Some are in the NA time zones, and they may be sleeping, or it may be in the morning for them. This podcast will also be on that channel after this actual live stream. So yeah, check it out over there. Next, of course, we have codes. As a Royal Creator, we do have the lucky draw codes. There are 4 of it today. So it is on the screen now. You can fill up the form. I think you all know the form. I think the form is like on codes or something. Get your
Yeah, the
get
form
your,
is somewhere.
yeah.
Somewhere.
It is somewhere, but for YouTube it's gonna be in the video description. Um, get your chance for a lucky draw. You can get your 100 Twilight Crystals for that. 100 whole Twilight Crystals, considering that we are quite poor right now. I think
You
most of
can
us
use
have
that for
food.
inventory.
Yeah, I want to say the same
I
thing.
thought we do not have any more inventory.
Yeah!
Wait.
Spend it on inventory, baby!
What?
Wait,
Wait.
1,000 weapon slots.
500
Let's
extra.
go.
500 extra slots is not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,000. That's good.
not when you want to read all the A weapon stories.
Oh man.
I can finally collect A weapons again.
Oh my. I remember feedback that's talking about the collection of A gear. Oh my. I think that's a good reason for that now. Anyways, let's start with the topic proper. We'll be covering the Grand Coliseum, the Sin Coliseum, guild recruitment, and what's that? Yeah, the state of recruitment, mercenaries. Um, we talk about the banners that will be coming at the end of this year. It's gonna be the holiday season, by the way. So there's gonna be a lot of discussion regarding like what banners are coming out, what Pokelavo is doing, and whatsoever. Yeah. So let's start off with the World Grand Coliseum, which will be coming up in a month or so. I think it's in November, right?
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And so is, what is it, Super 32?
Yeah, it
Super
is. Yeah,
Division.
so it starts with the JP qualifiers, which are live right now as we are speaking. Actually, I kind of wanted to watch the JP qualifiers, but unfortunately we had to record this podcast. I'll go back and see the replays when it's over. But it's gonna be really interesting fights on the JP side as well. Um, in all, there are like 8 people, like 8 guilds from JP and 8 guilds from Global. JP has their own specific like round robin tournaments, I think, to decide the top 8. For us, it's most likely going to be in the Sin Colo that's going to be the qualifiers. So the people who have advanced to the quarterfinals will pretty much progress to the actual World Grand Coliseum. So, what are your thoughts about this? Like, are you excited about the World Grand Coliseum? Like, who do you expect to win? What strategies you guys think will appear?
Alright, well, I expect the whales to win.
Well,
Um,
but
and probably whales from JP.
but
Don't
like
they get the opportunity to have extra gears? I don't know about it, but
Yep.
there's an extra app for the actual
Yep.
tournament.
Yep.
So I think they will have a collection of weapons and can make a new grid out of it. So it's not about whaling,
that's
it's
smart.
about strategy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would be completely bullshit.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
host the
That's what I
tournament.
was hoping they would do, honestly.
It would be funny if like JP has like a 200 gap off the bat. Nah, it won't, most likely won't happen. I was actually interested in seeing like if there's like any particular guild that will be winning. After all, like every single guild in the top 8 of both servers. I don't think any one of us will spend like in our lifetimes the amount it spent on like one banner. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. Let's
Oh,
be
God.
honest.
Yep.
That in our lifetimes, there's no way we're gonna spend that much. But
I think Lim has the record here still,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
I think it's like £400, which is like $500.
per banner, and that's per banner.
I didn't know it went up. I just remember the time
Wasn't
you were
one
like, I spent 30 quid
Oh my god.
in our guild chat. You were like, hang on.
And here I am thinking that paid nightmares were already too expensive.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but
I'm glad I only have 2.
no, but yeah, it's quite an interesting topic because in the World Grand Coliseum, it's most likely going to be equalized. So, um, to be fair, even if it's not equalized, most people would have every single gear in the like that actually matters in the World Grand Coliseum in the first place.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be an interesting match. Like for the global side, is there any contenders like names of guilds you are actually interested for winning? Like who will actually have a chance of actually toppling the JP overlords?
I know there's gonna be a Yorha in there. Yorha's gonna be up. Can't tell you which one, but Yorha's gonna be there.
Wait,
Yep.
this was there a Yoha in the top 32? It's like,
Our sworn enemy Yorha.
I mean,
Yeah,
most
all
likely,
of the Yorhas are sworn enemy.
yeah, maybe one of the guilds in the top four of global will change their name to Yoha just to spite each other. Who
Fucking
knows? Who
Gosh,
knows?
what did
I-
they rename themselves to again?
All right.
I don't really know a lot of the names of top guilds because I try not to frighten myself. So all I know is that there's gonna be a Yorha in there.
There's gonna be Yoha there, most likely.
I'm just rooting for the top guilds of our time slot. So to name someone for Melon Pun and Harmony or whatever they are called at the moment, I don't know. Yesterday they were called Happy Birthday,
Wait,
name of the guild member. So I don't know if they have a chance compared to the others. Probably not, since it's hard to farm in our time slot. But once they are in a other tournament to farm other guilds than our small time slot, it might be better for them. So I'm cheering for you guys.
All right.
Yeah,
You can crush somebody else than us.
yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Okay. I have a few names on guilds that come out in my head. One is of course the current rank one in the Grand Coliseum this month, which is Toxic, if I recall correctly. Um, another one would be Peanut, which is another one of our Royal Creators guilds, which is Chiaki Yaki. Very very good Royal Creator over there. I think they have a chance. And from the Asia side, I think there's only one guild that has even a chance, and that is 2LS. 2LS is a lot stronger than it was a few months ago, especially after the show matches when they actually moved to the American time slots to fight them. So I think they have a chance. It's just that whether the difference is going to be huge. The gear gap is going to be huge in the same Coliseum in a few months. So I think that's my take. Are there any other guilds that the team that we have think has a chance?
I can't say mine anymore.
Oh no! Wait, what were you saying? Just say it.
Oh, Netherworld.
Netherworld.
Say it louder.
Netherworld.
Say it again.
Netherworld. We will rise again one day, like a phoenix.
Like a phoenix.
We'll rise again to climb to S and then back down to B and then up to S.
And then back down to B again.
Back down to
And then
B.
someone, probably Lim, will forget to summon. It'll all happen again.
What? Why
Oh
me?
no. Alright. We'll go down to something that probably more guilds actually have a chance of entering. And that is the Sin Coliseum. So of course Sin Colo preliminaries do not just come with the actual Sin Colo match that we will have in a few months. Of course there are like two divisions. One is the Ultimate 32, which is of course way out of our league. And the other one is the Super
Wow.
Division, which is like the top 32 or 64 guilds or 96 guilds. I'm not sure if there's one slot with three slots, right? Like
The highest 3 slots, yeah.
Yeah,
They
3
released
slots, yeah.
for 2 or 3 time slots.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like 98 guilds from that slot will enter the Sin Coliseum. It's actually quite huge.
Aren't they in different divisions? So the first, so I don't know how many of the whale guilds go to the grand final, but aren't there 3 separate
Yeah.
tournaments for
Yeah.
those?
Yeah, it's actually
But
like
still, it's not.
yes, a lot. it's kind of like for example, there are two people in the Ultimate 32. Then there are three super division slots. So ranks 3 to 34 will get into like one group for the SINoALICE. Then what was that? Rank 35 to like 67 will be the next division, and then rank 68 to rank 100 will be the last. Is it my math?
Yeah, so Izzy and I thought we were home free. We were like, God, thank God, we got knocked out of finals for Grand at the last possible second. We were like, oh, thank God, we're free. And then it was like, you're in Super Division. We were like,
You're most
oh.
likely being super. Hey, there's something good about it. You could at least get crystals. It's like
400
true,
crystals
that's
is
true.
least you can get, and that's better than nothing. I take it.
yeah,
And they're trying to improve rewards for Grand soon, anyways. So
yeah. I think they are going for it. I think it's really important for them to bring up, especially because events. Let's be honest, 100 crystals.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all I can say.
I'm tired of getting B rank tablets from Coliseum.
Direct tablets. Oh my god. I do not know how many I've used on my nightmares. Like, I think like
Too
I
many.
recently used like about like 400. I think.
I haven't pulled
my
a nightmare in
gosh.
approximately 2 centuries. So all of my nightmares currently are like maxed out and evolved, and I'm like, well, these little rocks get to sit in my inventory.
Wait, you guys didn't get Lancelot? I didn't, by the way. I didn't get Lancelot, but I got Levi
No.
from my post, which is an off rate. And like,
Levi was
Yeah, I
like
noticed that
half a
we have
hero
we
for
have our
like
guaranteed pull banner now,
yeah, we have
like
a
I
JP
haven't
does.
pulled
Yeah.
on that yet.
yeah. It is really nice. It is really nice, and I'm very glad that they
Good
actually
food.
go for it. Like the newer members, like especially those who have just started. Um, there's no way they're gonna fight against people with well-established crits, even if it is like a very scuffed one, because they just do not have enough weapons to compete. So yeah, this change is really nice, even though the weapons are not great at all. I'll be honest,
Yeah.
they are not
But
The
great.
pull
there's
is not
minstrel Gretel in one of them.
Yeah, there
The
is
chance
this.
for me to get them finally after how many days is this game going on? 400 something, and I still don't
400
have
Many.
them.
Oh.
Oh my
And I
god.
still don't have them. And I spent everything on the minstrel and I think sorcerer banner, everything.
Ah,
And
Oh.
I got everybody and everything, but not them. They hate me. I don't know why I'm so
ah.
sad. I just want minstrel Gretel. That's all I'm asking for. And I'm a cleric. I'm a cleric. I'm just sad. But my chance is 1 to 20. So this time, somehow, maybe in 3 years or something.
Hmm.
So I like those banners. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, back on topic. We talk about the Sin Coliseum preliminaries, which means the Grand Coliseum. I believe everyone has like a heated debate, like recently regarding sandbagging. I don't think it affects us. Like it for us, it really doesn't really matter that much because we aren't the people that are being sandbagged. But there is a guild commotion, and there are people who I don't know, like they feel tired, like from the constant like competition and whatsoever. So how is your like guild experience like? For example, what like Yumee's guild, like how are they handling the the Grand Colosseum as a whole, and like if there's like anything nice you can actually like share with everyone, like what you guys do to like keep yourselves enthusiastic about the Grand Colosseum.
That's a good question.
Violence.
Yeah.
Violence. No,
I
violence is
like
big.
I like having fun, and I like being able to win.
Oh.
I do like winning as well. Who doesn't like winning? Yeah, but in the Grand Colosseum you're bound to lose at some point. That's how the
Yeah.
game works, and it can get depressing, even though it is expected. But some people don't take it as well as others, so it's kind of weird position for everyone.
It's hardest when you feel like it was a cheap win.
Yeah.
If you lose a match and it was just because like you know, they were going full entire guild on combo
Mm,
spamming or
mm,
something,
mm.
or you like your last resort thing is just win golemed at the last fucking second.
All right.
Yeah.
It's those things where you're like secure and like okay, we're having a good match that and then like something just like spoils it is the times that it becomes a little unfun.
Ah.
But then there are those good matches where like even if you don't win, you're like it's getting rarer and rarer to be kind of evenly matched with the guild, I feel.
Oh,
But I like those
Yes.
good matches where like you're actually like a really good pair and you're really toe to toe, you
Mm,
know, bar could go either way kind of situation. I think those are the most fun.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree, and especially because like nowadays, there are a lot of nightmares that can actually impact the game in very
Yeah.
massive ways. Like we just got Beelzebub.
The new Conquest Nightmare.
Yep. I think
That
every
makes the next one to 5 seconds, I think. That's so strong. I have no idea how to
oh
work
that
with
that that
that.
yeah wait that
But
yeah that's
It's so
Chimera.
fun.
Yeah, that's Chimera, which is coming up very shortly, by the way. The Beelzebub is actually the nightmare that copies the enemy's nightmare effect. So
yeah.
yeah, then of course that's Wind Golem. There is also the um I forgot the name of the free version of the
Basil
nightmare.
also.
Yeah, I know Galia, like the one that actually like reduces. Oh, it's wait. I really can't remember the name. Oh no.
Isn't that what Basil does?
Alright. I can't remember the name.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm getting like my brain is not working. Oh no. That's not good.
I think you might be thinking of
Oh,
Basilisk.
Basilisk, yeah, Basilisk, right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Basil.
Basil. Wait, what? Yeah, but yeah, it's we are getting closer to the era of nightmare manipulation. And
Mhm.
yeah, I did have a guide on nightmares precisely because I know nightmare manipulation is coming, but it is still a very daunting task. Like at least for my guild, like most people like devolve into like a very specific strategy, and for the most part, with this kind of nightmares in play, we cannot have a strict rotation anymore. We straight up cannot because
Mhm.
someone can just like wind golem you out of your rotation, summon another
Yep.
nightmare just to
Yep.
screw you over.
And I
Um,
think we talked about that in the Royal Creator server a while back too. Like it almost feels like it's kind of stagnating because everyone has the same rotation at this point. You know, like
yep,
it's fear and then it's your elementals and blah blah blah. And then if you
yeah,
use Mao, then there's a wind golem. Like everybody has the same things.
yeah. But I think it can be a good thing as well because um, no, I mean like the Basilisk, the nightmare that's coming, which is Chimera. Um, yeah, I do think they are good additions to the game, and
Hmm.
but it still gets very tiring. Like every single game, your shot caller for me is usually the guild master, which is me. Um,
Mhm.
you have to think what your opponent wants to summon against you at all
Yeah.
times, and it's very tiring. I will say like I've done this for three three grand callers already. Like in this like particular meta, it's most people be like, but like those who were against like our guild will think like, but we are using the same rotation the entire time, and it's and the problem is is it really the same rotation the entire time, or is it like careful thought to see whether I can actually use the same rotation all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is that kind of challenge that happens, and yeah, it's actually getting tiring. I,
Yeah, it's so exhausting at the point.
yeah, I really want a break, but I can't. I can't. No, I mean, like off Grand Colo, I can have a break, but during Grand Colo, there's no break. There's no such thing as breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm super glad that I have a guild that doesn't actually like straight up blame people for mistakes. Like we think about ways to improve. I'm
Hmm.
I'm glad that my guild has that. I know some guilds were actually not as lucky, and that's why the people who are leaving guilds for toxicity, there are some guilds that are leaving because their ideals do not align. Uh, Speaking of which, Lim and Anda, I'm quite sure both of you are not guild masters at the time. How are your experiences in like as a regular member in the Grand Colosseum at this day and age?
Like versus being a GM.
Yeah, versus being a GM, especially you because you are an ex-GM, so that the
I
difference is
I
actually quite huge.
feel like I have no obligations and I'm gonna make it everyone's problem. Um, no, it's like I went
Oh,
from
yeah.
with Netherworld, and this is why it was such a heartbreaking loss for me personally. Is like we were a launch guild, so
Yeah.
from day one up into our dissolution a couple of weeks ago, every single day I went to Colo, never missed. I think I
Whoa.
missed twice, once because I was on a chiropractor's table, and another because I was in a car accident.
Oh
Ooh.
no. Wait.
Oh
But
my
those were the
Wait.
only
gosh.
two times. Every single day, I was like, even if I didn't feel like playing, I was like, I have to do it. I can't let these people down. Entire time. And now, especially since I'm in Europe currently, and with
Mm.
Izzy's Guild, our call is at 3 a.m. For me, and then 2 a.m. for Lim.
Oh
Uh,
no.
it's a thing where I can be like, well, fucking good night, and then in the morning I'm like, oh, cool, we won, nice, epic. Um,
Nice.
and then when Gran comes, I'm like, time to charge my Fitbit, turn on my silent alarm, and then be Solid Snake in the night and play Coliseum.
Ouch.
Because my partner said, quote, if I'm woke up at 3 in the morning for a video game, I will kill you.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh. But what about GC though? Just-
Yeah. I that's the thing is that until I go back to America, I'm just going to do that for GC.
Ah.
Um, and they kind of understand. Izzy is like, no, you're gonna come for Blood Colo, right? You're gonna come for Blood Colo. But
Coming for blood
I think
color, right,
Gran
huh?
Nah.
is most important. Yeah.
Imagine Ize is actually coming onto the stream call right now and actually saying that. It is in the
He's
right.
busy moving an entire IKEA right now,
Yeah,
so
yeah. She's moving an entire IKEA. So, when Isis actually hear this on the podcast on YouTube when it's up, I do not know what is gonna happen, but best of luck to you guys. All right,
no, Izzy loves me. Izzy is my babe.
nice.
He's a Filipino, and therefore I
Mm,
have to despise them and everything they stand for.
I
mm.
have a responsibility.
The responsibility, man. Yeah, kind of like an interesting split between like the guild masters and the regular members. Well, it's kind of a very interesting um, difference in like experiences, like especially even in the casual settings
Mhm.
versus like people in the top like X, like for example
I
top.
think that's the real kind of culture shock that
Yeah,
I've been going through is from Netherworld being comp, and we all wanted to be really hard comp,
yeah.
and then going to Izzy's guild, which is more or less pretty casual,
Mm,
um, has been, and that's where kind of the frustration, like for me and my sub GMs, kind of came from at the time, where, like I said, I was there at Colo every single day,
mm,
and we would have people. There have been a few solid members like Lim and Oni, who have been with me like since the start.
mm.
And then we would have some people, that were kind of in and out, like people who only stayed a couple weeks or whatever. And they would say like, "Oh, I want something really competitive." And we always talk about how global players are like, "I want top 200 and that's it.
Mm.
Oh
So like
my.
they'll be like,
With
I'm hard
3K
competitive.
here or something like
I'll
that.
be there at Colo every day. I want this time slot, blah blah blah. And then they'll come in and they just won't come. They won't come in.
Oh,
Really?
They won't talk in our chat. They
Yeah,
won't
that's tiring.
communicate.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
everything.
tiring.
We have had a non-zero amount of people who have said, I will join you specifically for this time slot. 2 weeks later, this time slot doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I had that same
It's like,
thing.
okay, get the fuck out.
Oh
But
my
I have a
God.
question when you say casual and competitive. Honestly, is it about how determined you are to win, to strategize, to invest in the game, and but I mean time-wise, or is it really financial? Because to be honest, I think our guild is kind of competitive because most of us are tryhards to finish the event at the first day and
Oh.
grind like hell to get all the canas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we discuss a lot about our tactics, but we are low to non-spenders. So I
Yeah.
spent
I
like
I
I
see.
bought and that's it. And I'm sorry, but I can't keep up with the dolphins
Yeah,
or goldfish or whatever.
I definitely agree. We were never like a whale guild. Like, we would never like say people are like you need to pull on this or like
Yeah.
we would never like encourage like the whaling. That's
Yeah.
why we clown on Lim for like spending money.
spending money.
We were
on
Really?
dolphins?
like some of us were like dolphin at most. And I think the real like competitive mindset is more what's important. Like you're all about like strategizing, you know, coming on time, communicating and like
Yeah.
trying your best to win and to get stronger, like regardless of how much money you spend or how many
Yeah.
points you have or whatever. It was really kind of the like the kind of the commitment to the group that was really important to us,
Yeah.
because like I said, I always felt like if I missed, you know, that's 14 other people that are with me that are trying to win, you know, or that like that's kind of always the mindset I had. Like you got to remember that it's not just you, it's an entire team of people.
Yeah.
And if you all want to be competitive, then you need to have that like well-oiled machine of being communicative and like actually going for it and not just being like, oh, I want to take a nap today. I don't think I'm gonna call. I have to wash my ass. I'm not gonna be there. Like
But that's important
that's
too.
yeah, that
Yeah.
but that's
Follow
that's
in
kind
the
of
shower
that's
with
kind of the
wet
difference. It's
hands.
like if you're casual, like you're not like, oh, I gotta come to like I encourage even in casual to come and like get your rewards, even if you
Yeah.
can't stay or you're
I
Yeah.
busy or
agree. I
whatever.
agree.
Just for your own sake, so you don't like get behind. But casual, I consider more like you know, I would love to win. It's always better than
Winning was
losing.
nice, yeah.
But you know, if I gotta eat dinner or whatever, or I'm sleeping because it's 3 in the morning. Like it's it's fine.
Yeah, I do agree. Like, being competitive or casual does not like really depend on how much you're actually spending. It's more of like an attitude, I would say. You can be like a massive whale who spend every single thing and be like a casual because you don't care about the game. Who knows? But for the most part, most like spenders actually care about the game. That's why they spend on the game. Uh, but yeah, it really is not really a correlation between the two. So I do agree in that regard. Wait, why do I have echo from here? What the heck is going on? Oh no. I, oh well, maybe it's just from my side. Let me just adjust this. Okay. All right.
Oh, what happened?
It's just me hearing myself like 2 to 3 times. I'm not sure if it is going onto the stream, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. All right. Yeah, it is like the idea of casual and competitive. The it is just an attitude. So I think the players who are like free to play, do not be worried about saying that you are a competitive player, even though you do not like actually spend on the game. As long as you're like doing your best, I believe that there will eventually be a guild for you. Just make sure that your expectations are um, reasonable, I would say, because
Yeah.
for the most part, most guilds do not want to like accept members that are way too low below the average, because it actually will hurt their own standings.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, they are trying to make sure that their guild actually has like an even-ish amount of like players of a certain power level, so that they don't feel like, or like they like think about it this way, like imagine if there is a like a low powered member in the guild, like one that is like 100k in a guild that is a 200k average. I believe that JP doesn't really have this problem, but I do know like from the global server, I believe some people may think that like the 100k is actually just freeloading their way into like a certain rank. I personally do not agree with that, because and it does show from like my actual like guild recruitment posts. Usually do not ever put a CP uh, amount on my guild recruitment post. So for those who are in time slot 11, yeah, I still have 3 slots. Sorry, bad call, but yeah, for the most part, if there's no CP requirement, I just need like um, a good idea from your grids and all that. So I'm quite sure the rest of the guilds who are actually recruiting, they have similar or different recruitment styles. So wait, did I just like divert myself into 2 points? But yeah, for the most part, guild experiences from this. Hmm. Did I actually mention my guild experience yet? Not yet, right? Did I?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, I did. Yeah. Okay. So let's just head on to the next point.
No, I said I don't think you did.
Wait, I don't read. Yeah, I didn't, right? Yeah.
No.
So
I didn't.
yeah, because I believe I did not actually stream my Grand Colosseum for the past few months, and part of the reason was because my job is kind of tight, I would say. I actually do not have time to prepare for a stream at all. Like it, like for the most part, I'm in time slot 11. My work ends like 1 hour if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, yeah, 1 hour before the Colosseum. 1 hour before the Colosseum, and then I have dinner right after work. If I'm lucky,
Oh.
if my food doesn't come, I actually have to do my Colosseum first and eat. And I
Oh.
believe like those people who are actually in the pandemic, you're actually you're most likely working from home, and for the most part, like your life is already affected, and I think it does affect my mood to stream as well. So um, for the most part, like the new experiences, it has been a really exciting Grand Colosseum, I would say. We managed barely over top 100. We got into 200 bracket, but it's fine. But I realized that this like recent like months, there are fewer and fewer guilds in my slot, and I think it has put a lot of strain on my guild, especially like there are like the people on top. I mean, there are only like 4 guilds on top of me, but
Oh damn.
it's there's only 4 guilds on top of me, and then there's us, and then there's everyone else below. So it's very we are in a very weird spot. Like I feel like we are in the spotlight, but not really, because in the spotlight in the sense that we are up there, we are actually visible on the leaderboards, at least time slot wise. Um, but on the other hand, we are not as visible as we shouldn't be as visible, because we are like what a top 100 guild, I think. And yeah, it does stress out my guild a lot. Um, one of my guild members, actually 3 of my guild members left recently. I believe that was like part of like why the experience has been so um like melancholic, I guess. In especially in the middle of the sinkhole preliminaries, because remember it is a 2 month effort, not just a 1 month effort. So it is very tiring. I would say it's very tiring, and
What is happening back there?
yeah, it. So right now I'm as a guild master. Um, I mean, not every guild will face this problem of finding 3 members who can at least blend with the guild. I mean, it's not that difficult in some slots, but for our particular slot, it is not as easy. Um, we'll most likely have to poach people from another slot. Hopefully they come. I do not know, man. Um, but yeah, it's also gonna bring out the next point that is on the checklist, and I don't want to like overload this section of the podcast right now because it is about mercenaries, and I think there's gonna be like a lot of commotion regarding like whether working for a guild is okay, what are the social implications about mercenaries, whatsoever. So I think we should just transition ourselves to that topic, which is essentially the state of recruitment. I mean, I was on the topic after all. And yeah, mucking. I think like mucking is a common term that all of us know, right? I believe everyone knows that some people just want to be in a guild like just for like 1 month or 2 months, and the state of recruitment is quite at a very weird spot. Like, uh, what are your takes?
Yeah, since I wanted to talk about this topic, maybe I'm starting if that's okay.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah, state of recruitment. For my guild, I formed that guild on, I think, day one. And because I misread something, I think they said if you don't form a guild in the first week, you can't form one. I thought that's kind of stupid, so I'll make my own and we stick with it, so whatever. But we have a core of members. That's some people who I know in real life who are good friends, or at least in person I know a lot and I enjoy to be around. And we got some more people as an add-on who became friends through the guild. And it was really nice. But after some time, some people lost interest in the game, you know it all, or got a girlfriend or another job or something like that. So, yeah, I think since 6 or 7 months, it's been hard to keep up 15 people at all for us, which is kind of sad because whenever you're looking into the recruitment channel on Discord, it's all, top 200 at least, and here's my 150k gear that's mixed or something like that. And I think some people recently even got called out for that behavior, and that's one thing that some people I mean, of course, you want the best.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to be top 100. I also want to be top 100, but why don't you come to us and we go to top 100 together? Because my guild, we are a solid top 400, and I think we could even make top 300 easily if we are lucky, and the people who play with us are always there. That's not a problem, but yeah. What can you do about it? You can't force somebody to not oversleep, and we talked about
Yeah.
being competitive or not. And yeah, and mercening, I think it went a bit down for the I think July Grand Colosseum. It was like everybody was looking for top 300, top 200, top 100, and only mercening. And for me as a guild master, I want to have a community to play this game together. And I don't want people to come with us, get all the rewards, have zero commitment to the guild, don't come help with Blood Grimoire, don't help with events, do nothing at all, and get the rewards because they have strong gears, maybe even got the account from somebody else, and it's a second, third, fifth, you know it all, alternative account. And I think that's one of the biggest flaw of the game. If you want to achieve something other than spending money, you have to commit to the game, and not only in being there in the Colosseum, but also being there for the long-term trip, because otherwise it won't work. And
Right.
it makes me really sad, because all the other guys in my guild and also other guilds are so determined to reach something together. And then there are others who say, yeah, I'll be there 6 days, maybe finals. I don't know, because I have 20 other accounts. So, but I want my 2,000 crystals for free for clicking on my gear and not even listening to what you have to say. So, I really hate it to mercenary. I get it when people have not don't have a lot of time, but then you don't play this game. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because if everybody is saying I'm going mercenary, we don't have guilds anymore. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah.
if I go now to the group recruitment, I bet I could find a guild who is top 200 at least with my grid. But I want to stay with my guild. I want to achieve something with people that are worthy for me to achieve something together. And yeah, I don't like it, and I don't think it should be the way we play this game.
Yeah. I feel the same way because that's
Sorry
kind
for
of
rambling.
how we made the no, it's you're totally right. It's kind of
You're
how
right.
we
You're right.
ended up doing the official like going boom in the guild was that like
Oh.
okay, we're not happy with our with like the kinds of matches we've been having and stuff like that, and then some of us like some of our hard hitters were like okay, you know, because of how we are right now, because we were missing a couple members, some people just like left us high and dry and just dropped, which is
Yeah.
also a not cool thing to do to a team, but that's probably for
Yeah.
another podcast. And so some of our hard hitters were like, you know, if we're not going to be full by grand, then I'm just going to merc. And then that ended up being like four more people. And then we were like, okay, well, if those people merc, then A, there's no guarantee that they're going to come back.
Yeah.
And B, then like that leaves the rest of the team kind of fucked for Gran. So it was just kind of that's what made us just go, okay, well, we're better off just not doing it anymore.
Makes sense.
It
It
just
was
makes it hard. Like if you're gonna leave a
yeah.
team that's already hurting because they're hurting, like sure it's understandable if you want to go with something stronger just to get the better rewards or help out another guild that just needs like one spot filled or whatever. But it also just fucks over the rest of the people
Yeah.
that you were with, you know?
Yeah. That's true. I would like to bring about a counter argument. I don't think it is like the majority of mercenaries, but there are some cases where it could be justified. So let's think about a few cases. Like one, the member, for example, has a very erratic schedule. So you can't expect guilds to like move slots every single month. That's
Right.
yeah. That's like one of the reasons why some mercs actually merc in the first place. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And there's like I don't really call them mercenaries, for example, per se. I would call them nomads because they actually do not really have a home. I would say they're mostly like
Oh.
yeah. They most likely have like a specific they don't really have a specific guild in mind. They just hop around guilds depending on when they are free, and then like it, like merking is just like a term that they use because they kind of get like grand color rewards and all that, and I guess it's fine. Like, I mean, I have no qualms as long as if they actually like contribute to like the PvE events as well. Like if they do not contribute to PvE, then what's the point, right? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If they don't want to come for like help in like conquest, I guess like they are just there just for colo, and it's like um I mean I get that you are a nomad, or like a monk, but come on, man. Like think about it as like a team bonding exercise. Yeah,
Yeah.
think about it as a team bonding exercise. And
But
yeah,
it feels
Mhm.
exactly like that. Some people are contributing to the team effort, and others are just, yeah, I'm also part of that group. Just give me an A2. It's a perfect example what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
In Germany, we say Team, toll, ein anderer macht's. Great, somebody else does it. And I think we really
Yeah.
it's how we say it, and I think that's the thing.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like, I mean, I've like personally speaking, I have no like issues with books in itself. I do agree that, however, that the toxicity that kind of brings about with the mod culture, essentially, I want to be in so and so guild for a so and so rank that is actually plaguing us right now. So to ban off mods altogether isn't the best solution, but I do think it needs to be like addressed. Like I don't think it should be addressed on like Poker Labos level. I think that's way too high. But I think guilds themselves should actually put effort in like inculcating like the culture of being inclusive, being like a family.
Mhm.
That's how I ran my guild actually.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
Yeah.
and I feel like it will actually help um, like guild members, like even if they eventually leave, they may come back, say hi, whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean, if if they have to move because of a time slot change, then like because suddenly the schedules really cannot help, then there's no choice, but they have to leave. That's okay, but at least they can stay in the guild chat, actually talk to us like on a daily basis. And I think that's where we actually succeed as a guild. Like if you can actually get people talking even if they are not in the guild, I think
yeah.
I think that's a good success factor. So um Anda, I know that your guild has like kind of boom, but are there like any remnants from your previous guild that you still communicate with, like Lim?
Oh yeah, we still have like we decided to keep the Discord server running. So we still chat about the game and just like kind of keep in touch or
Yeah.
about like random shit or whatever. Um and of course like every so often some people will say like, "Oh, I miss playing with you guys" or whatever, and then I'll cry.
Um,
That's
That's
with
too
it's nice
true
because
to
I
be
miss that
funny.
community.
Yeah, it hurts,
Yeah,
man. Like
it's nice to keep that community because like the guild started as like a place for like my personal community, like my stream chat and stuff to play the game together. And it kind of just grew into its own animal, you know. So
yeah, that's great.
Mhm.
That's really really great.
Yeah, I had a guildie message me the other day actually and say, you'll always be my guild master," and I was like, "You're gonna make me fucking cry."
Aww.
What is
Oh man.
Yeah.
I
when
won't deny that some people of our guild cried when others quit, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just too
Yeah, it's
real,
because you
so
make friends and then it's like a
yeah.
friend, you know.
yeah, it's I
And you
think
play
yeah,
together every day for at last 20 minutes. So, and if you do that over a year, somehow you get
Yeah.
attached to the people and you want to be part of their life only if it's for 20 minutes a day and playing together.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, Ko, if you're not my guild, you may not be my guild master anymore, but
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 yeah, that's what do you what?
There's no follow up.
what? Where's the follow up? Where is the follow up? That don't leave us hanging, man.
Lim!
Wait.
That was like his dying words.
Oh
that's a
no.
cliffhanger.
It
It
was
was
like
it was an
master, but
extremely.
You may not be
Dexter
my
would
guild
call.
master.
Oh no.
Lim!
Come back!
Oh no. Where did Lim go? Oh, Lim is back. Is he back?
Hello.
Discord died. Wait, Discord died.
That was the
Oh, his
most
Discord
perfect
died.
dramatic timing.
Okay, I guess that's what happened. His Discord died. Oh no.
He was like, "You may not be my guild master, but," and then you just dropped.
I
I was
mean,
like, "Did you die?"
I'm like, that was a very, very bad time for
Yeah.
Discord to die.
Was perfect.
That was a very, very bad time. Oh
The
no.
VTuber dies live on stream.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I mean, like, don't leave us hanging. You can continue. You can continue. The floor is yours. Did
Was
the
there
chat-
really no follow up to that?
was in the follow.
Oh no, there was no follow up to that. No.
I want a T-shirt
Oh.
with that. You are not my guild master.
Oh no! We
Duh.
do need a T-shirt for that. We do need a T-shirt for that. Yeah.
Let's make it a first RCP t-shirt.
All right. We have reached the halfway point of the podcast, and oh no, we have actually like covered a lot about the first part of the podcast. The second part of the podcast is not really about guilds, but about the holiday season. So, as you all know, we are in September. We are in late September right now. It's close to the end of the year. You know what this means. Halloween is coming. Christmas is
Yeah,
coming.
baby.
Thanksgiving is coming. New Year's is coming. All of them have one banner. There are 3 collabs that's coming. And yes, we are going to talk about the holiday season. It's going to be hectic in SINoALICE. A lot of limited events.
Oh, there we go again.
Yeah, you remember that it's not just the Grand Colosseum, the Sin Colosseum. There's also a lot of banners trying to get our wallets. Lots of new jobs, new skins. Are there any holiday season characters that you guys are actually interested in? For me, of course, there is Gretel Halloween. That's
Yeah.
Same.
yeah.
Want that so bad. Also, the newest Christmas one is
Oh,
also very
yeah.
cute, but I
Yeah.
don't think we get that too soon. But it's so cute.
I think we'll get that next year. Hopefully the game survives till next year.
Yeah, but I better take the
Oh.
Halloween version too,
Yeah,
even if I can't use it at all.
yeah, the Halloween one looks really nice. It's like a butler having a umbrella hammer. It looks like a sword, but it's actually a hammer. Yeah,
It's a big sword, so it's a heavy.
it looks really nice. Like,
They're very heavy.
yeah, one of my favorite skins
Mine too.
for Halloween. Is there any nice ones that are coming for Christmas? I can't remember. I don't remember any like Christmas skins.
Nutcracker.
Nutcracker? I thought we already have that.
Every time I want more nutcrackers. I want more. I want more Christmas nutcrackers.
I do
Christmas
want more Nutcracker because
Nutcracker.
yeah. So in case you guys are wondering, Nutcracker is actually a free only class. There's no paid version. There's no gacha version. Nutcracker is meant to be only free for everyone. So it's like
I bet there's a reason
Oh.
for that, by the way.
yeah. It looks very nice. Like Xmas is just a Santa hat. There is like I think there is like Mizugi, which is the Nutcracker in like a lifeguard suit that we just got.
He's really sexy. Not gonna lie.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. Okay, let's see Christmas. Let me just check very quickly just to make sure that I didn't miss out on any false information. Oh wait, this 2018 Christmas in Japan is our year 1 Christmas, so we have to skip to 2019. Let's check. Where is the banner? Oh, we do get Alice and Kaguya, as
Great.
well as Sleeping Beauty and Snow. Yeah, we get 4 jobs for Christmas. The Alice, oh, it's the traveler set. Yeah, it's traveler set. So you can go and look at the travelers series. It looks really nice. Kaguya looks like she has wrapped herself as the present. Cough cough. Um, Sleeping Beauty. Let me. Yeah, yeah. You can check Kaguya Travelers on the SINoALICE database. She. It looks like
Oh,
she has. She looks. It looks like she wrapped herself as the present.
I
In.
like this. More of this, please. Thank you.
I mean,
Uh,
like, yeah,
uh,
I believe there are people who like that kind of style. So yeah, it's most likely gonna happen. Sleeping Beauty looks absolutely adorable in that uh like Christmas theme bit.
And
And
she's the cleric, if I see it
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
she
good.
yeah she is the cleric,
I take it.
and Snow is the crusher. Looks really nice as well. Like having the bell as the hammer for that run. Interestingly, they actually have tier 4 skills on them as well. So yeah, we're gonna get a lot more tier 4 skills. Yeah. So um, the Halloween season. No, not Halloween season. The holiday season is gonna be pretty heavy on our wallets. Let's be honest. Let's just quickly look through to see what we have. We have Halloween. We have. Let me check if November has anything. Just to make sure I'm not like insane. Um, no, there's nothing on November, thankfully. So November will most likely be a collab month. December will be Christmas and a collab because they like squeezing our wallet. And then we have New Year's. So New Year's, there'll be a Redux banner if I recall correctly, as well as a new series of characters that'll be out on January. And yes, the TLDR is our wallets will cry. Unfortunately.
No,
Well, if you don't,
they won't.
yeah, yeah. The problem is, are you guys gonna give in? That's the question. Are you guys gonna give in, or are you just going to control yourselves? It's a huge cause of debate, I guess. And yeah, I really feel like these like events are going to bait a lot of people out of their money in a good way. I would say. I think they look really nice.
Give it to what? I missed it.
Oh yeah, those banners like the Halloween, the Christmas, the New Year banners, they look really
Halloween
nice.
fucks me up in every single game ever, so
Yeah, it's the oh no, they look too nice. Oh my god.
mhm.
no, I'm
I
gonna
want
look
I
at them.
want
I'm gonna
some of that.
cry because I can't afford.
Oh no. You remember that we also have like 2 more collabs coming.
Yeah, of
That
course.
yeah. I'm I'm personally not going for BOGO, so unlike some of the other Royal creators who will be spending on BOGO, I will not be spending on BOGO for these few months. Partly because I do not believe in it. I personally do not believe in it, and I feel like it is better for us to actually like consolidate our efforts on like actually like spending. So yeah, that's it. All right. The holiday season is discussion. We'll of course be talking about the collab train, and besides the holiday season, there's also the collab train. We'll be getting 2 more collabs this season. and we'll also be getting a lot more spirit jobs, your sin jobs essentially. So yes, you have to choose. What are you guys choosing?
Depends on what the collabs will be. What do you think?
Okay, so let's just get an
Get
example.
something good for Halloween. Nothing else matters to me.
That's true. Um, what if what collabs do you like the most? Like do you
I
really want?
think I'd like to see the Drakengard collaboration, but
Yeah.
I wonder why they push it back so far. So I wonder if we get it at all. Maybe because they think it's not popular in Europe and the US, but it
Yeah.
is.
They
A lot
can't,
of
they can't give
players
us
I know.
Rose and Maiden and Code Geass that haven't been relevant in 20 years and be like, transport to
14 years, 14, I calculate.
14
Yeah,
years.
yes. Oh
But I love
my
Give me
Code
the
god.
GS,
suit.
so I'm happy.
Code
Mhm.
Geass. Yeah.
It's
I
great anime if you haven't
yeah.
seen it yet.
It's a great
But now
anime.
you're spoiled, so I'm
Actually,
sorry.
The collab actually spoiled it. Like free
It's so
behavior.
bad. It's so bad. If you haven't seen it, please binge
Please.
watch it the first season now and then play the
To
event.
be fair, like the Nier events kind of spoil Niers.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch.
That's
I mean,
that's a
like, I don't mind being spoiled because I usually like am curious to see what actually led up to that position. Like why Euphemia gets like the guns
la
and
la
all
la
that.
la 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 la.
And
Don't spoil it
I'm not
here.
gonna I'm not gonna explain it, but I'm just gonna like say what was actually in the game. Yes, they had the scene where
Yeah, it's really good. You really should watch
yeah
it if
yeah
you haven't.
yeah
Really, no kidding.
yeah. I'm not gonna mention anymore
The
because
only
you guys
scene
should do
I've
the event. You guys should do the
seen
event.
is Code Geass.
Watch. Do not skip the cutscenes. This particular event actually has pretty good story. It's one of the better storytelling in a while.
Me always skipping the collab story.
I skipped
Well,
Rosa Maiden because I had no interest with it. But the very first scene of the Code Geass made me read the entire story. Like literally the entire story.
This
Um,
this game is lucky that it holds my attention span for its story. You can't have
Same,
everything.
sadly.
I'm glad that it's short enough, but I don't mind long stories if they're good.
I feel like, especially this time, the story is super long. Or it's just
No,
me.
it was
It's like
really long.
you continue and one more, and you're still in verse 2, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I didn't read all of it either.
What I do
Even if
know,
I was
what I
looking
do know
forward to it.
is Cinderella is apparently a fortune teller. So-
Yeah. And also Aladdin
What?
is also now a Code GS character because I got him out of the featured banner.
I
But
saw
that's
that.
another
I saw
story.
that too. I saw that too.
That's another story.
Yeah, that's another
But
story.
coming back to what collabs are even possible, I just looked it up, and there aren't that many we already had in Japan. It's only Higurashi, Final Fantasy, and Drakengard.
Yeah.
Everything else we already had. I don't think we will get the DC anytime
Ooh.
soon.
Didn't
Or at
Higurashi have
all.
like some kind of like refresher series or OVA or something pretty
Yeah.
recently?
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
surprised
last
that we
year.
haven't gotten that. I want Umineko, honestly. Fuck
Oh,
you.
Minago. Oh, it is a good collab.
So you
Not
think it
any
will
of these
be
properties.
You think there will be a new collab, or we get reruns?
I mean, okay. Let me try to emulate what cats
It's gonna be a
say.
new one because didn't they say they wanted to
Yeah.
like sync us up a little bit and start
Yeah.
doing more like
Ah, really?
worldwide?
I didn't get that. Sorry.
Huh?
I didn't get that when somebody. No, not what you said. What when they said that. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That
So
they wanted to catch us up.
wait, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because with the international classes, I thought that was kind of their aim was to start doing like more worldwide stuff, and like they timed the near collab at the same time, also with JP.
Yeah. It's wallet. Like it burns my wallet. But yeah. I really think that Batman might actually come to global, like in November.
Yeah, really? You think so?
I really think so. Partly because I think Cat really wants Batman collab. But
Yeah,
from what we know,
I don't want Harley, bro.
the IP for Batman is completely different for the JP and the international release. They are actually
Oh,
from
really?
different. Yeah, they're actually in different companies. So it's gonna be a bit difficult.
Oh, they're not in Warner Brothers and
Yeah,
JP.
yeah. So yeah, it's gonna take some time, but I think they will be able to get something out because I'm surprised that Batman even existed, like for
Yeah.
JP. I'm actually surprised they managed to pull it off. Like DC Comics accepting a collab with Poker Labo. What in the world? Yeah,
I
but
mean, if Fortnite can.
mm. Oh wait, your chat is going off. It's cutting off. Oh no, it did die again. It is a very very wait, Moises is no, not Moises, Lim is Lim's voice okay? Wait,
Can you hear me?
yep,
Yes.
Yeah.
yep, okay,
Okay, good. Okay.
yeah, because it cut off just now. Oh no,
I think that's just.
oh, I see.
Oh no. I'll close my Kaguya window because I'm still looking.
Okay.
Editor, cut this out.
Yeah, yeah. Looking at the collabs that we actually want, and then you compare it with the 1.5% extra bonus from Spirit Jobs, it starts to get um how do I put it? You're kind of split for choice. Your crystals are limited. Let's be honest. We do not have a wallet that has an everlasting amount of money.
You
We
don't?
I
Sorry.
don't. Yeah, I don't. I of course I
Joking,
don't.
joking.
I of course I don't. I don't like. There's a reason why I didn't like. I specifically say that I will not be spending on Bogo. Like, I firstly I don't believe in it, and secondly I feel like it goes down a rabbit hole that I do not think should ever be entered. Like once you start buying Bogo, you cannot stop buying Bogo because the amount of power you gain from Bogo is too much, to the point that if you do not like buy Bogo, you will be at a huge disadvantage. So yeah, I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there anymore. Um, but yeah, if if you ask me, right, do I really like the spirit jobs? Actually, I do like some of the artworks of the class I made sorcerer. So some of the sorcerer jobs actually look really nice. I believe let me just look through the list just to make sure that I was not wrong. Just to make sure that I did not confuse it for something else. Um, the Cinderella sword actually looks pretty good. It's one of the weapons that I'm looking at. That will appear in the future. Kaguya's one is okay. I don't really like it, but it's gonna be much later in the game. But yeah, again, it really depends on the art. I don't really think like in stat wise, but I believe some people will actually think about it stat wise. So it is a really difficult line that we have to cross. Like, do we actually want the collab jobs for more stats? Do you want the sin jobs for more stats? Do we want the waifu? Do we want the husbando for those who like husbandos? Um, yeah, it is a very difficult line to tread. And
It's sorry.
yeah, the problem we are at right now isn't really that we have a choice or not, but
Mhm.
the fact that we had to choose. And yeah, it do we have enough crystals for that?
It's
Does
too many choices.
Yeah, there's too many choices.
I'm gonna guess choices.
Too many
I mean,
choices.
it's pretty easy to determine because I'll just go, is it a character that I like? Then I don't care about anything. I just try to get it. And most of the time, I can at least spark it.
Oh,
But as I said, I'm a cleric. So if the class doesn't have a two target weapon, the chances that I'll even look at it are like zero. And I had a time where I didn't get any classes. I had to spark everything single class, no matter what it was, normal job, like collaboration job. I didn't get a class, just everything else. Now I'm a pretty decent sorcerer by accident. If you max limit break the event book and didn't get one staff, it's kind of sad, but happens.
It
So
happens.
I can go pretty well with that, what I'm doing so far. And as I said, it's waifu before the staff, and then the job, the sin jobs, they are pretty nice to have them equipped. But I'm also starting to think you can only equip 6 of them. So at some point you will run out of space. So you have
Yes.
to be a bit careful, because I
1, 2,
started to
3,
also
4,
collect
5,
jobs that are
6,
not
7, 8,
clerics
9, 10,
who just give 600 defense, and I thought, yeah, 600 defense, great, but I think there will become a time where I have to replace them, and then all their stats are wasted, because the other stats, the threat stats that stay, are attack. So,
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it really is that. It really is that. So at the end of the day, like my recommendation, I'm not sure what it will be the same as everyone's. You can show your recommendations here if you disagree, but my recommendation is follow your heart. Do not look at like numbers as what they are, because let's be honest, the numbers that you're gonna get, it will not be enough. It will never be enough. So
never enough,
yes,
never, never.
never be enough. So, and I do not like believe that like just because you miss a spirit job, it will mean that you are straight away useless. I never believe in that. So go ahead, choose. If you like the collab jobs, do you like the limited event jobs? For example, the Halloween event, especially next month, like Halloween. So if there is like I will most likely pull for Halloween, most likely, even if there is a spirit sock job. Because I really don't think that the extra 1.5% will matter that much in the grand like in the biggest scheme of things. Plus, it's probably gonna be a tier 4 weapon. Anyways. Yeah, speaking of which, it comes to the next point. I think it is. It is the next point. Let me just check. Just make sure that it's correct. Yeah. Okay. The next one is Code Geass, and more specifically, the fact that we're getting tier 4 skills in the collab. Like, we just got tier 4 skills in the spec gacha. And then I kind of expect, like, my speculation is that the skills will appear in the normal banners in like 2 months from now. But I was wrong. It was in the same month. So sorry guys. I was wrong. I'll just say this to everyone. Sorry. But yeah, Pokolabo did it again. They made a collab with extra OP skills. Let's discuss. Is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? What do you guys think?
Wait, they're OP?
That was a bad
I
idea to make
haven't
people
checked the
stronger.
skills.
Yeah. Okay. We start with Andao. You said that it was terrible. Why do you think it's terrible?
No, it was kind of mostly a joke. I said it's always terrible to make people stronger.
Oh.
Yeah.
Except for you and your guild, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
except
absolutely.
us.
Yeah, it yeah. Yeah, if it's
Listen, what's my CPU gonna do while I'm sleeping if people get stronger?
Mm.
oh, that's true. Yeah, if everyone gets stronger and your CPU, does it really matter? Hmm. Food for thought. But seriously, is it like in bad faith? Like you launch the spec banner with the OP skills, and then suddenly the collab comes in with the same tier of skills. Um, do you think whales should be upset? I don't think they'll be upset. They'll be like very happy because they don't need to post spec anymore. But I think it devalues spec in itself. Like, yo, you just launch OP weapons in the spec banner. I'm totally fine with that. Like, if it's just in the spec banner, it's fine. Let the whales go for it. There's nothing wrong. And then they threw it into like they threw it into the collab. I'm like, wait, I have to pull this. It is OP. Everyone's gonna get it. It's a collab after all. Wait.
Yeah, I think that's that's probably the good thing about it though, is that they're more, even though it's better weapons, it's more accessible.
Yeah, I
So you don't have
agree.
to like
Yeah.
jump into a spec banner. Because
Yeah.
I've promised myself I will never ever roll on Vanguard banner again because it has done nothing but break my heart and deceive me. Um,
Oh no.
so if people are gonna always roll for a collab, especially if it's a series that they know and love or whatever, and there's really good weapons in it, that's just a bonus
Yeah, I agree.
because it's already
Mm.
it's already something. And I think that's the strategy too, right?
Yeah.
Is they want people to like roll more or spend more, and that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, that is
Is
a
to
good
include it
idea.
with the characters they like, also really good weapons, so they're
Mm.
just gonna want to pull more.
Yeah. And
Mm.
I think that devaluing spec banner doesn't really affect like the whales that much, I would say. Like I think it helps them because they can spend less. And we also spend less because like as like normal members, like people who can't like drop like thousands of dollars every single banner, you want to save for collabs because they give stats, and usually the characters are they look really nice, and some of them are like characters that you actually like from like a series. For example, Code Geass right now. Some people like Euphemia, and
Ah.
and they really wanted to get Euphemia to be a gunner for
You didn't say that just now.
but no, it's a cleric. It's a paid job. It's
Yeah.
actually not that bad. It's a 2T stuff, so yeah, clerics are quite happy. And
No.
wait, you're not happy with it?
I love.
Um, yeah. But I digress. I
Sorry.
digress. Yeah, I digress. But yeah, it is what it is. Like, imagine like suddenly getting a good OP weapon with a job. I think it's a really nice thing for the players, but it is a very terrible thing for for people who literally just spend all their money and be like, oh shit, a new tier is here. You know that I do think there'll be people like that, especially Crushers, because Crushers actually got very good weapon in this Code Geass. The tier 4 hammer is actually a vanilla, which means it is actually the strongest modifier hammer in the entire game right now, assuming that assuming no other conditions. Yeah, it is the strongest hammer in the game right now. And people who didn't get it are quite upset actually. They are actually quite upset because it's like you really want to be strong. Like Crushers want more damage, right? They want to like bash the skulls in because that's why you choose a hammer and not a spear. Don't get me wrong. I do like both Crushers and Paladins equally. Um, But in this case, it is quite interesting because crushes, or not just crushes, like literally every single class, barring the paladin, because actually the paladin's skills are already available as the Snow White like Grand Prix spear. I think it is the same skill, and the gun was not that it was like acceptable but like not necessary as well, so they could actually skip this series. But yeah, it feels very weird. Like I don't know, but for tier threes, like if it was a tier three, then we're like, oh, it is a tier three, and then like we explain, like for those people who are making guides out there about banners, we're like, oh, this is just a tier three weapon. You could like save. But if you don't like the job stats, you could just save. Um, if it is like good job stats, people are like, oh, go for this job stat. And then now everyone at Kogi is like, pull on this banner, because yeah, it is OP. And yeah, I do think that for the most part it is okay, because in the long run it's not going to matter as much, because more banners will have tier 4 as well. So even if you miss this one, it will be okay, because there will be more from where that came from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But
Mm.
imagine if you are just a person who have literally just wasted all their crystals right before this event. Imagine their
We're buying inventory.
Aha!
and then the worst part is the inventory gems are not here yet, because yeah, it got delayed. And
Damn.
yeah, and then you sit there and
I want my
like,
refund.
I want my refund.
I'm sorry, Lim.
I want my tax refund, man.
Yeah, I I, I,
Tax
I
refund.
want my 8K. Yeah, I want my 8K.
8K. You spent
8K.
8K? Oh,
You,
oh,
do you actually really spend 8K on slots?
I spent 300
Oh, okay.
total.
Yeah,
Okay.
spent 1 million.
I actually spent like quite a bit, like 1.2K, I think, on
Oh.
storage space. I do spend quite a bit on storage space, because I've really run out of them very quickly. Especially the weapon side. I have like 400
I thought I
each
was
slots.
alone. I found.
Yeah, it's definitely
my
more of a
people.
problem if you like multi-spec.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I do not actually like throw away SR weapons not from my class, because I do keep them for PV. For example, I'm insurance sword, but I do keep staffs. I do keep orbs. I do keep vanguard weapons. So I'm like grids for every single thing. And I'm like,
Keeping staffs is kind of a good idea if it's a really good staff, because
yeah,
they
it
have
is.
like really good attack stat for
Yeah,
DPS.
yes, they're very good DPS. Like even though they are more death stat, uh, they are more of like the death stat period. Like it still has like decent attacks, especially if you have high limit breaks on them. Of course, normal vanguard weapons will generally have higher attack than rearguard weapons, because rearguard weapons usually have a smaller tilt compared to vanguard weapons. So
Yeah.
it for example, I can't think of a good example, but some of the hammers have like a 600 like P attack tilt. Some of the spears have a 600 M attack tilt. And then whereas if you talk about instruments and tomes, they are most likely going to be a maximum of 200 or 300 tilt. And then for clerics, I don't think they ever had an attack tilt. I think no, they do have some of them do, but it's not, their focus is not on the attack but on the defense side, where it's usually more defense and lower attack. So it really depends on the weapons, but for the most part, we can actually follow this trend. But yeah, I do keep many of these weapons, and for the most part, the skill tier increase only just tells me that okay, half of my half of the weapons I have in my grid will eventually be obsolete. There goes my money. I'm just kidding. most of my weapons will probably still stay, but you get the point. It is what it is. It is a new skill tier. Do you think it actually devalues LV banner? I don't think so, right? It's still gonna be run. I believe people are still gonna pull on the LV banner.
Yep.
Most likely they will.
Mhm.
It's not gonna change. Personally, I will not pull on it anymore. I think.
If you're a low
Wait.
spender or a non or free to play player, I think they are more worth than if you are investing in the game.
Yeah, I think
Because
that.
it's easier to get higher stats from limit breaking than getting a new weapon
Yeah,
that is not limit breaking at all. So,
yeah. I
at least
agree.
for me, from my perspective.
Yep. There's
Right.
also the other perspective that since it's going to be replaced anyway, might as well replace with a better weapon. But yeah, I see both points. Like, we think about it as 100% rate of getting something decent versus a slightly lower chance. Actually, it's a very low chance. It's like, what, 20-30% per 1k crystals of getting
Yeah.
something decent. So, yeah,
Mhm.
so it really depends on like the perspective of the players. For me, I will always go for the higher tier because it makes sense. Like the new tier is here. Why would I like invest in something that will get obsolete in like a few months? That's my point of train of thought. But I also see the other way around because stats for vanguards, of course, it will make sense to like only pull the 2.3 modifier hammers, which is your vanillas for vanguards. For minstrels and socks, you still keep your 1.5 T2 stats because the 1 to 3 target tier 4 weapons, I don't think they will get obsolete that quickly. There'll be more from where that came from. So yeah, you can just keep whatever you have right now.
Mhm.
Your death and now life. I can't believe they typed life wrongly. Uh, yeah, it's those will stay relevant till the end of time. So like don't feel like you lost money just because you like spark the attack tome and be like, oh no, a new tier is here. No, it's actually the best in slot for the last 5 minutes and the first 15 minutes respectively. So for them it is fine. Yeah, they can still keep those weapons. Um, where was I? Yeah, clerics. Clerics should be very happy that there's a new tier. I'm just gonna say this.
There is
Nobody, yes, nobody likes
which one?
1.5T. Nobody likes 1.5T.
No.
No,
But which
just
one do you
no.
mean?
Nobody,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
nobody.
like it.
yeah. Yeah. The reason is because when tier 4 skills are not normal, most of the tier 4 skills are actually 2T. It's a very good thing for clerics now that they know that every single staff onwards has a very high likelihood to be tier 4. And I think clerics are very happy about this change because they are sick of needing to pull spec for decent staffs. I know that. I'll be honest. I've seen like what is the pull guide for clerics. I'm like spec, spec, more spec. Oh, a death collab. Go for the death stats. Spec.
Mhm.
And I'm actually very glad for the first time I could actually recommend a collab to clerics. It's like for the first time. I mean, the last time it was Shuna, and Shuna was actually a very good stuff. Blessed Gospel 3 with Replenish Magic, if I recall correctly. That's from the Slime event. That was like, what, 8 months ago? No, 7 months ago. Oh my god, when the last good stuff from a collab was 7 months ago. And then we get trashed for 7 months. Yes, I feel for you guys. Meanwhile,
So sorry.
sorcerers were having a field day. Like Sorcerers had a field day. They had like so many good tomes back to back to back to back to back. And even
And the
now they're still
collab
having
tomes are
yeah
actually good.
yeah
Yep.
all the collect tomes were good. Like I
Free?
yeah
Right?
like Replicant was good. Like I mean
Mhm.
the 7.2k tome was shit, but yeah, but Replicant tome was actually good. I didn't pull on it because I didn't want to play Death Spec ever, but it is good. Um, Rimuru was actually good. Like even though it's just one stat, it's actually like not that bad to have mono stat weapons in your grid because they actually have a slightly higher modifier. I will probably explain that in another video, but that's not part of the podcast. Um, yeah, it like socks get so much thing, and then minstrels they actually get quite good stuff. Of course, the most memorable weapon is Coax of the Cosmos. Everyone believes in that weapon. Everyone talks about that weapon. It. I have a MLB weapon. MLB Coax of the
I like
Cosmos.
the way you put that. Everyone believes in it.
Yeah, everyone believes in it. I have like six
Believe in the
copies of
books
Coax
of
of
the
the Cosmos.
Cosmos.
I do have it at
Holy!
I have 6 copies. I have it at MLV S level 20 just to show how shit it is. I wasted so many resources
Oh.
on it, but I still like it. I still like. I like it not in a good way. Like I like it as a good example of what not to put on a weapon. Yeah, yeah. It just tells everyone not to do it. Just please don't do it. But I still use it in my subgrid because it's really good stats. Uh, yeah, but Visual still had good stuff, and the skill tier increase is only going to add into the good stuff. And Vanguard's actually got lucky this month. Like there weren't many good Vanguard weapons to pull recently besides the spirit jobs. So the skill tier increase actually benefits them. Like they finally have something to pull. Yeah, I think it helps everyone. Wait, did we just prove something? Wait a second. Yeah, yeah. So TLDR, Code Geass is a good thing. Power creep is good.
TLDR,
That doesn't make
damn
sense.
bitch.
That doesn't make sense at
Wait,
all.
what? No!
No,
Oh, this is bad!
yeah,
It's terrible!
no, that doesn't make sense at all. But yeah, that's the thing. It actually benefits us because we eventually need to pull stronger weapons. But at the same time, it is not a good thing because our old weapons are getting obsolete. And
Yep.
at a very unpredictable rate as well. We kind of expect like, weapons to be just in the spec tier, I mean, I wouldn't mind if the weapons of that tier were only in spec for a while. Like even if it's like you only get it in collab like 6 months later, I wouldn't have mind. I was just like cleanly surprised that it is in this month. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
right smack in the month. I'm like, wait, like I was like looking through the developer notes and I'm like, wait. the,
Yeah, but what you say
Waiting.
about like making the other weapons like obsolete is kind of what I mean by like they're trying to catch us up with JP, and it might be at a rate that might not work that well.
I don't like even if they had the new tier right now. To be honest, there's no world that will ever catch up. You remember that it takes like 6 to 7 months, even at our speed, to like literally go to the next tier, which is Dauntless Courage 3, Support Boon 3, I should say Assistance Support 3, and Recovery Support 3. Yeah, those will come probably in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we know that tier 4 skills are a thing. Yep, they're gonna come in 2 months. I'm calling it.
If they're gonna fast track us, I'd rather they just, fast track us on the classes only, rather than
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. I don't
because
think
I
that.
want more classes.
give us matchy.
Yeah, I don't like I don't agree in like suddenly like having like a huge tier difference. But on the other hand, it makes sense because let's be honest, whales have no weapons to pull anymore.
Yeah.
Pokolavo is like, how do we make more money? Make better skills. T out tada,
hmm
you get more skills. Yeah, that's the truth. So
hmm
yes, I don't like really agree with the skill tier increase, but at the same time, it kind of benefits everyone because everyone gets it like instantly. So
Yeah, it just makes it better because it's accessible.
yeah, it
Because
just makes it better.
if it were another thing where it was like, oh, this weapon is really fucking good, but like you have to spend a million bajillion Twilight crystals on it, then
It's
it's clearly going to benefit some more than others.
but it already benefits some more than others right
Yeah,
now.
of course.
Yeah,
I mean, with a gotcha game, I don't think you're ever really gonna escape
yeah,
that
yeah,
unless they just start giving out all the really good weapons for free, which would be
yeah.
great. But
Yes, yeah.
Mm,
Mm.
free stuff.
Free stuff, free
I'll take
stuff.
free stuff.
we love free stuff in this house.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's that's how it is.
hmm
Hmm. All right. Speaking of like the collabs and all that, I also add in like two more points before um the planned portion ends, and that is banner reruns. Um, yeah, we all know that like Replicant has rerun once,
hmm
and we all know that at least from the stream, there are plans to rerun Automata. So for those
It's so
2B
great.
fans, yes,
Mm.
you get your 2B. You can get um 9S if you are into like Shotas or I, I, I don't know.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Um,
To
I'm
be isn't
into
much older,
more.
you know, canonly.
no, I mean 9S, 9S, 9S.
Yeah, yeah, but if you take the canon age, they are like 3 years old, both.
Yeah, they,
Oh,
But continue, continue.
that those
oh,
are questionable ages,
Actually.
but okay. Yeah, there is that, and it's but we are talking about reruns. So when it comes to reruns, there'll be like new weapons usually. As with Replicant, we get like I feel like Replicant was an anomaly here because I don't think we are supposed to get that many like rerun characters as JP did, but we are at a very sad state, so I guess we were an exception. But Automata, when it reruns, it will have its own like extra weapons, and then they'll most likely be part of like a new banner. Like there'll be like one banner that's specifically for the new new jobs. I think. I ca-
hmm
and
I think reruns it's a good time to start doing reruns
yeah.
considering like now we have support skills or support classes finally.
eh,
So if we, get a rerun and then limit break the characters, if they make it accessible to limit break the characters, then that's more chances to get support
Mm,
classes into your
yeah,
grid.
makes sense. I agree with that. It's it's high time they actually like rerun some of the collabs already.
Yeah.
Replicant got rerun once, so Automata will get another one. But do you think like those that were mentioned like one and done, do you think they will ever rerun? For example, Slime. I don't think they will ever get a rerun. And I feel like it's gonna hurt some people. Like
What are the reruns like in JP? Do they ever get reruns?
there are some.
Yeah,
There are
yeah. Replicant also reran for JP
Yeah,
at the same time.
Replicant gets rerun in JP a lot.
Yeah.
Actually,
But-
did a lot.
But before you just said that they are planning to rerun Automata, I didn't watch the stream because it's at 2 a.m. here, and I forgot to rewatch it, so I didn't know about that. And when you said they might rerun other collabs, in my head I was like, if they want money, they will rerun Automata, and they exactly did that because it's really popular, and for most people it was the reason to start the game because it's Yoko Taro and it's
Yeah.
It makes sense.
nearish. So I think for those a bit off-brand collabs, it's less likely to be rerun. Also, since the brand, the franchise, it's not owned by Square Enix or, of course, not Pocolabo, but it's a farther stretch to get the collaboration running again. I guess
Yeah.
from the value and money making point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Square, I'm surprised we haven't gotten the Final Fantasy event yet.
Please don't come.
Why?
Please don't.
Yeah.
Is it bad or?
No. It's just that it is a spec collab, meaning that
Yeah.
it replaces
Oh.
the spec banner for the month. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
But it's
Oh.
fun, Delta. It's better than a regular spec.
What if? What if?
no,
what
it's
if
because
they,
it's better than the regular
There's a
spec. that I'm
Moogle in
scared.
there.
No, it is
What if they
because
stick
it
to the
is.
collab
Yeah,
with
it's
the
because it is better
racing
that I'm
game?
very scared. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
really scared. But yeah, we're talking about like reruns, and then
I hope they don't run Slime again.
but yeah, we're most likely not get Slime
That's my
again.
professional opinion.
I
It was
really
bad.
yeah, I really don't think we'll get it as well. Same here.
The slime trauma is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was the only one that I just like straight up not skipped because I still did like the guild milestones and the individual milestones and stuff. But like I just didn't really care.
I finished
Masterfully
slime
better
in
ones.
one day. Yeah, I finished slime in one
Yeah.
day. It's one of those like I have like 200 Royal Skip tickets. Okay, all on slime. Done. So-
Yeah, basically. Like
I think I-
once you clear like first slime in particular, the EX2 I think it was, EX2 or 3 or whatever it was insanely stupidly hard.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was like
Out of
I
Spanish.
just
nowhere.
didn't do that.
Like
So
70 SP or
my guild, like
something?
once we cleared it once, we were like, all right, skip tickets.
Yeah,
It's impossible to farm.
I was like,
Mhm.
screw everyone. Let's just skip everything and be done with it. I still ended up helping some of the runs in with the guild, like after I wasted some points, but yeah, it was quite funny when I actually like, okay, 30 minutes later after a constant stream of skipping, I'm like,
hmm
I was like questioning myself, why did Pocolabo make skip tickets in the first place?
I want skip tickets for
Mostly-
purification, so you just get the XP and the SP and not have to play that mini game. That would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's mostly we have a lot of skip tickets and shit because we don't have the auto replay button.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
You
like
should get it soon, right?
yeah, they're like, I want like players to have interaction with each other, and then not have the repeat option,
Mhm.
and then
Humans.
included skip tickets so that we will not interact with each other. Wait. But yeah, I digress. That's not the reason why I'm talking about this. It's more of like, do you think like older classes, like, will it be well received by the public? Like, I mean, for me, I'll be happy because I don't need to pull some of them. But for some, it might be like, oh, the banner isn't that great, the weapons are not that great. Especially right now, like, if you would tell me that Automata is getting rerun, the weapons are trash. So people who are pulling are literally pulling just
Yeah.
for the jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want more combo ahead.
yeah.
I want the max limit brand. I want a second one.
They would have to do some kind of tweaking to the weapons, I think,
Yeah.
if they did a rerun. And I hope they do.
I don't think they do. Like, they have
Give
never
me
done
give
it
me an
yet.
L evolution for the fucking pipe, please.
Oh,
Oh, I want an L evolution for that 5. I have a 1 LB on that.
Hmm.
I
I
think
love the
I
type
pulled
so much.
600 crystals on that banner, and that's it. I got A2 and get out. I ain't got out.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's quite interesting. But yeah, I if you notice on this slide, it's not just I'm not gonna like just explain about like the collab banner runs because I feel like it is quite set in stone what collabs will definitely be run. That being Automata and Replicant. I don't think any other collab will actually be run, but in terms of regular banners, I think they will actually rerun. Like it has happened before, right? Yeah, it does. It has happened before, and I don't think it will be the way that it will be right now. Like for example, the Pinocchio and the Snow combined, as well as the what was the other one? Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty, I think. Those two were together in one set. Yeah. I don't think they'll be like structured like that anymore because of how the banners are structured right now. Like we are on a steam train going forward with new jobs happening every 3 to 4 days. I don't think they have space for like a regular banner to rerun. I believe it is gonna be like, oh, here are all the jobs of a certain set. This is what they did with the rookie banner. Like, yeah, they had every single job
Hmm.
outside of the spirit jobs in there, and then you just pull on it. But you shouldn't be pulling on it because the collab is right beside it.
Yeah.
I'm like, the regular banner reruns. Uh, I'm a bit worried. Like, they do not like replace any of the new banners at all. They just add on to the new banners. Like for some,
Right.
it may think it's okay. Like, okay, it's just gonna be another banner that is out there. But I consider it to be an issue. The reason why I say it's an issue is very simple. Crystals are limited. The people who will be pulling on the rookie banner are the people who do not afford like every single job in the first place.
Hmm.
Yep. So they should be pulling on the collab instead because they do not have all the crystal, don't have enough crystals anyways. So yeah, and that's the one thing I'm worried about when Pokolabo are trying to like advertise like a rerun of any banner. It is kind of annoying. Like, why do you create a regular banner rerun that you know nobody will pull on? Like besides very few people, like the very like 10 or 20 people who wanted like job stats, and then make an OP banner right beside it so that they are just telling your customers that you shouldn't be pulling on the rookie banner.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What I liked
who?
about reruns in the monthly banner, because I
Oh,
never pulled on them, but I like that they end up in the Spark shop, in
oh
the
yeah, yeah.
Pity shop,
I
and that's a really good thing to rerun classes, I think. But
yeah,
for everything else, I agree with you.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the monthly banner because every time I see the monthly banner, I'm like, um, it is not like step up. It has 3 items that aren't that great.
Yeah.
Skip. And I'm like, but the whole thing about it, you're right. You're right. It feels underwhelming, right? Like
Yeah.
to see a regular banner rerun at that point, but you know that you'll rerun every single month. It's gonna be a monthly thing. There's gonna be like one or
Mm.
two nightmares and one or two classes, and then there'll be the format of the monthly banner, and I'll be looking at it and like, do I really want to pull on this banner? I only have like 2k gems from
Yeah.
WGC. I'm like,
Mm.
do I want to pull on it?
Yeah, it's like, do I wanna pull like for this one nightmare I don't have from this banner for 3 classes that I do have? Okay.
Yeah, it's like wait.
Yeah.
I'm like wait.
But it does its job, like the monthly and the rookie banner really does its job of like being
Yeah,
it would be really good if you're a new player, I think.
yeah. It is really good, but yeah, the only thing I'm sad is that it is not in like it. They always coincide it with a collab banner, and I'm like,
Yeah.
can you just make the rookie banner permanent and unlockable once every month? You get more people pulling on that banner. You get more money out of it. Let's be
I know it's a
real.
monthly banner.
Yeah, they should just make the monthly banner the rookie banner. You know.
Because no one pulls on monthly banner, and they shouldn't.
I mean, yeah, they shouldn't. And also, they should make a nightmare banner. Like if
I
they
actually
want,
did today and I got so much shit out of it.
yeah.
Please.
No, I don't mean like Lancelot kind of like.
I don't mean like bad shit, like I mean like I got a good haul.
Yeah, I don't mean like Lancelot, like kind where it is part of the thing, but like when you pull, the SRs are all nightmares. That kind of banner. I think that Pokolavo can actually do that. I think it is a good avenue for like people to like upgrade their nightmares list, because I think that they have too much. They use too much effort on trying to sell weapons without realizing that they could sell nightmares as well. Like I would I would take a nightmare banner. Like if it's like a new nightmare that is just the nightmare that's featured, and then the all the SRs in there are nightmares. I would pull that
Mhm.
banner. I would pull that banner. I do not know if anyone else will pull it, but I will because some banner some nightmares are really good, and for the most part, I have complete grids. Let's be honest, most of us do.
My grid's been complete for like 4 colors now. Oh, something
Yeah,
stupid.
I'm pretty stagnating also on it.
Yeah, I think I had very few changes since Calamity. I
Hmm.
and the only reason why I would change anything was because Death Grid. Yeah, I sparked both the death weapons from August, so that's the only reason
I
why
just
my
got
grid
death.
even changed. It was not to change the main grid, but to create a second grid just to put the death tomes in there. And that's it. But yeah. Regular banner reruns. TLDR, I think all of us have come to a consensus that it is there just to be there. Rookie banner is great, but timing may not be as great.
Yeah.
Collapse, they will probably never rerun unless it is a Yoko Taro art. Also, Dragon Guard when Dragon Guard when.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because it has a lot
remembered.
to do with licensing too.
yeah.
Yeah.
You also have to
Isn't there coming a new card game written by Yoko Taro like in a month or something?
yeah, I think
I
Yes,
so.
wonder
it
if
was right now.
they
Oh,
have a collab for this to promote the game.
Oh,
It
SINoALICE
just came to
collab.
my mind.
Oh, that'd be cool.
SINoALICE and
I
cards?
called it. I called it. Okay.
That'd be
Hmm.
actually pretty cool.
I kind of want a near reincarnation collab also. I mean, there's some potential there.
Yeah.
Mm, I want the bald guy. I want the bald guy.
Well, girl,
Yeah, it's a girl.
Bald
She's
guy and
cute.
the bald guy.
Oh no.
they put Lim in the game.
Put me in the game. I'm so happy. And I've not touched it because my phone can't run it. But it's a good game.
Oh,
It is a
what
good
about
game.
BlueStacks?
Yeah. Ah. Okay. Now we are at the last topic. I think we don't have time for the the next one. We only have time for one more, and that
Mhm.
is the stat gap problem.
Mm.
Yeah. So the stack gap problem is a a problem which I think all of us have seen at least once in every single Grand Colo, and for some of us every other day. Let's be real,
Yep.
where one of the guilds is like superiorly stronger than the others. Um, the one thing that sparked that made me put this in this particular podcast is actually because of a statement made by Shogo Maeda on like this month's Sino Times. In essence, what he said. Let me just make sure that I got the facts right. Just give me a moment. Alright. Choto mate kudasai.
Wait
Sino
1
Alice.
minute.
Just give me a moment.
This.
Where is the broadcast? Alright.
I think.
Wait, is the broadcast even here? Wonka is. Oh yes, there it is. Found it.
Give us the gist, and then we
The
can
the gist
the
the
editor
gist
can correct in post.
the gist is essentially if it's under question 2 I did believe. Wait, no, it's not. Question 3. No, wait, no. Question 2. Overall points for light and middle class users are usually 230, 250k, and then whales are 250k. That question. And his answer. This is to be expected the longer a game keeps running. And
Okay.
I disagree.
Thanks.
I
Thanks, Maeda.
Thanks, Maeda. No, I mean like it's not Maeda. It's the guy beside him.
Please understand.
Like he wants us to understand. But the truth is, it doesn't need to be the case.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. So I know they are trying to tune the gap. But
I think there's really an easy solution for like the smurfing that guilds do, and that's to match guilds accordingly to their strongest set rather than their current set.
yeah, they could. But then it comes to like you have to force people to set their grids way before the matching period, because the moment like in order for that to be fair, like people can actually just change grids on the fly, and that is a
Mhm.
problem. That is a problem if we set it that way. And yeah, I do see a reason why it like that system will not work.
Mhm.
I do think it is a good step of thought. Personally, I do think like it actually it's not like a bad idea per se. It's just that there are a lot of ways to abuse it. But
Yeah.
it also brings about like other strategies that the company can make to alleviate the pain. Because
What if it's
it's
just the strongest like set in the
yeah
chosen set so they
yeah
can bring it
I
to
think
battle?
it's not
Rather
just
than just
about
all of
like
the
yeah
team.
yeah
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like just go by
Yeah.
the potential strength. Like if you're choosing like match them up based on everyone's strongest set rather than their current.
yeah yeah and
Mm.
you can set like history and like the strongest set from the history. But again, of course, it also has its own problems. But of like like the whales only facing another whale, for example.
Yeah.
That's
I
Well,
do
they
see
already
it.
have a collusion problem anyways, so
Yeah, they do have that problem. Yeah, it is a big problem. Um, the yeah, that's why for the most part, like the solution to the problem is actually to combat the stat gap in itself. Yeah,
mhm.
yeah. To say that it is expected is a very bad thing. It's a
Yeah.
real. It should never be the case. Like I know that whales should like you want like players like whales to feel strong and they should be like towering over other players. But this is a little excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a little excessive. What do we have now? Whales at like 400k right now. Bro, I'm like I just gained like 4k stats right now, and then I see the whales and they are like plus 8k. I'm like, wait. Are you saying that they have just doubled my stat gain? And then you remember that like after I pull on this banner, I have no more gems. Like most of us, after we pull this, we are out of gems. That's you. And then the whales are like, okay, let's just buy more BOGO packs and let's pull the next banner.
Yeah.
Yep. I think the problem in itself is probably that let's be a bit controversial here. I think I've mentioned this in like my other um chats, and I know a lot of people will have heard me say this, but job stats are the reason why the game will never be balanced. Like
Mm-hmm.
job stats are the main reason. And like personally speaking, if they are removed, the game will be so much more balanced. Uh, but I but again, I see why they want to keep this system. Because if they do not have job stats, what's the point of characters? Like some like you'll only be using one character in a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the characters look ugly AF. Like at least the chibi version.
Whoa.
That's why we need the masquerade now.
I
Yeah.
want it.
No, the early game classes don't look as great. Like let's be real. It doesn't look that great. And it is the newer jobs that have better costumes, I think.
Mhm.
Like it's just like after the first few jobs they were
Yeah.
really bad.
Grown a lot.
Yeah, they improved a lot over the months. And I was so glad that the art, the design choices that the devs have made have improved over the years.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
very
Gino
glad
has
that
gotten like super wild with the designs.
yeah, and yeah, he's very daring. Like
Hmm.
I mean, like they made
And
everything.
I want to use all of the new ones.
Yeah.
So please give us the costume change.
I
Yeah.
want the divine paladin
Hmm.
Dorothy, please.
I want to have Nightmare
I
Paladin
want cubes on
Dorothy.
my head.
Hmm.
I'm tired of Alice. Sorry,
Tired of-
everyone,
I'm tired of Alice. I want
everyone is
Dorothy.
yeah,
Tired of her.
like the everyone is tired of seeing the Red Riding Hood Crusher and the Alice Half Nightmare at the front. And even if they're on farm grids, it is just snow,
Yep.
which is for bows and which
Please,
one
I'm tired of looking at Half Nightmares.
and which one was the sword one?
I tried.
Can't remember.
I tried to switch to Half Nightmare, Cinderella, and I
Oh
couldn't.
yeah, Kaguya. Kaguya is the sword one. So there are only four you see in the front lines. And then for the for some of the for the clerics, there's only Sleeping Beauty, Half Nightmare. And you'll be using Sleeping Beauty for the rest of your lifetime. Let's be real.
Oh,
Until Aladdin.
Wait.
Is Aladdin?
The,
Yeah, Aladdin Half Nightmares Cleric.
Oh,
wait, really?
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but some people just use the Half Nightmare for the rest of their life. So
Yeah, basically.
yeah, so yes, costume change please. But
Please.
yeah, but that's besides the point. The stat gap problem is just the stats part of the jobs, not the jobs itself. I've no problem with the jobs. I just have a problem that, you know, half your stats are from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing that is very difficult to solve because they want you to spark arcanas to get more stats to improve yourself. That's how they are selling their upgrades.
Right.
And I don't think they'll ever change it. I really don't think they'll ever change it. So they want to monitor the situation and tune areas to the game to help alleviate the gap. I want to see it happen. There's one way, one very easy way for them to like reduce the gap. Very easy. It's a very easy gap. Reason.
Mhm.
Make free banners look better. Your daily pool. Right now, what is in the daily pool right now?
Uh, right now it's the original classes. Not it.
It's the original classes plus the poachers, weapons, and that's it.
Yeah. And they're like at most 16 or 17 cost
Yeah,
levels.
the only 18 cost in there is I think a hammer and book of observation, and I'm like, bro, update that. Make your SRs 100% like make your entire pool the same as the rookie banner. Like if you get an
Mhm.
SR, get a job. Very simple.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways you can make daily food feel more
Mhm.
fun. Like I mean if the guy has all the jobs then sucks to be them, but I think it is one of the ways they can make jobs more accessible to players. Also, on that subject, we look at the SR banners that they have launched. How many jobs are in there? How many weapons are in there actually? There are like 20 weapons, I think. Yeah, 20
Yeah.
weapons.
Ish.
Uh, Besides the cleric banner, which only has one, the rest has 4 jobs each. You know what they can do? Remove the entire all the 16 cost weapons. I know there are some very strong ones, but what they can do is make it jobs only. You know?
I would love jobs only, honestly.
Yeah, like I get that.
Even if it's like a step up and like only on the third step you just get jobs.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean that's fine. Yeah, I like and then like 16 cost weapons, bro. Just up the ante, man. Make everything like 18 cost weapons. I mean, it doesn't have to be
hooray!
the
16
bigger.
cost orbs.
Right.
I mean, I don't mind. Like 18 cost orbs are still better than 16 cost like
Mm.
stars with like 1T.
Oh. Oh.
1T stuff, bruh. Even monk stuff is better. Oh my god. But yeah, if they really want to alleviate the gap, there are some cases where they actually have to stop using the gacha model. Uh, and they really have to give a lot because the power creep will continue to happen because every single job has a lot of stats.
Mhm.
Yeah, like this collab has like what 6K stats I think on itself. Wait, is it 6K? 1. 1.7K, 1.7K, 1.5K, 1.5K. Yeah, around 7K on itself. It's like that's 7K a new player who comes after the event who have missed. If of course the average player will only have 2 jobs or even one. The average player will not have every single job. That's so even then you divide it by 2, it's like 3.5K. It's a 3.5K stat that a new player will never get. So is it? is one thing that people will where was I? I got distracted. It is a one thing. Yeah, I got distracted by something else. Sorry about that. Oh, Yume has dropped off because it's way past the stream time. Actually, it's supposed to end 20 minutes ago, but yeah, we got delayed.
Oh.
Yeah, but anyways, we are almost closing to the end. But do you think there's like any other way besides like trying to like remove stat jobs, which of course would happen? Hmm. Like, it's not an easy problem to solve. Like, I don't think that most of us will have a very good solution to the problem. So
Yeah, but I'm like none of us can probably make the exact suggestion to kind of like fix it, and there's probably no one solution to just like kind of stop this from happening. But at the same time, I'm not sure if just being like just expect it is a good
yeah,
response.
I don't,
I
yeah,
think that's really the conclusion we're drawing from it, honestly.
yes,
It's just like yeah, it sucks, and yeah, it's hard to think of a solution, but like
like
it's
bro.
you should like maybe
I
think
don't
about it
mind what you do.
instead of being like no, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I'm like, wait,
I don't mind what you do. Just don't do nothing about
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I have given
or
like
at least
one of the
act like you're doing
solutions.
something.
I mean, like, there's a lot of ways they can do it, but I I can see a lot of ways, like making ball gems. Like, we always love more crystals. Like, I think like the in terms of feedback, right? I feel like the most common recurring theme of feedback to the developers is more Twilight crystals. Yeah, just
Yeah,
these three words.
that's always that's
That's
it.
we
always the
talk about not
case.
knowing
And
solutions to things, but that's usually genuinely the solution to 80% of the
yeah,
things.
that's
It's like
really the problem.
we just need more currency,
Yeah, we just need more currency, and
and things will balance themselves
yeah,
out.
your balance itself, you could actually like put more reruns in the
You'll
banners.
you'll you'll have the whales stop quitting if you make it more balanced. I promise.
Yes.
Oh,
I've seen the feedback channel.
Yeah, I've seen the feedback
I
channel.
have
Like,
seen the dead whales.
yeah, I feel like whales themselves, they really want like a banner that they don't need to pull. Like, sometimes. I mean, they don't mind if the banner is good, but if they feel forced to pull every single banner, they'd be like, is it really worth pulling every single banner? I think some of them don't
Right.
even pull every single banner anymore. Like, I'm at least now there isn't really a need to pull every single banner, because like for the purposes of like the spirit jobs, you only really need to pull for like the class that you main. For example, if you are a paladin, you only need to pull on the paladin banner, and maybe if you have extra cash, the garner banner as well, but that's only on the whale side of things. For sorcerer, I don't think 99% of the time you will not be switching to minstrel. I'm trying to, by the way. I'm trying to, but to be honest, it's too much of a switch. Most people will be happy with mostly tomes, and then hybriding into like instruments if they really need to. So that means like fewer spirit jobs pulled. But again, not enough crystals. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, not
pretty
in the
much.
yeah, not pretty much. And we are not trying to say that we need enough crystals for every single banner. That just kills the cash count. Let's be real. Pokolabo wants money. We understand that, and we believe that profits must be made at some point. So we are not expecting everything to be given down to us for free.
Mhm.
So we respect that it is still a business. So there should be some expenditure somewhere. We just don't like it when it feels forced. Like, you want us to spend money on your game. That so for the most part, the easiest way to get people spending on your game isn't to squeeze them.
Mhm.
I mean like for some people they'll be like, oh, it is to squeeze them. No, actually it's opposite. Like people are getting smarter. In
Right.
2021, like gacha gamers are very, very smart. That
I think this should be the new way to end every episode of the podcast. Is just like, you know what? So in conclusion, like, we need more Twilight crystals.
yeah, we should make
Uh,
every podcast
And you
ending
can
that.
get more Twilight crystals by filling out that.
Yeah, and you can get more Twilight
And
crystals by
then
using put the codes back on the screen.
Oh my
the code's
god.
back on the screen.
And you could enter for a chance to win more Twilight Crystals 100 to be precise if you use this funny Google Forms link
Sing-
and talk about the stream or the podcast and enter our code.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah,
Let
we
me
don't
get.
get anything out of us doing
Yeah,
it.
Delta
Only
Fury's just typing.
The codes are back up.
It's weird.
The codes are back up. Yume is not
Codes,
here.
codes.
Yeah, Yume is not here. Yume is not here.
Okay.
But yes, the code is there. Yeah, everyone. The form should be on the chat somewhere. Let me just find it. But for those
Do you
who
have
are,
a command for it for the bot?
I mean, right. Where the heck is the link? Wait a second. The link
Is
is
it
not.
like no?
There we
That's
go.
what mine was.
I couldn't find it. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
For the YouTube replay, it'll be in the description.
Yeah, for the YouTube replay, it
I
will
wanna
definitely
know
be in
what's
the video
going.
description. Yep. Yeah. Why not? But yeah,
Delta was incredibly prepared for this.
I am not prepared at this at all. I actually had to go back into the stream and actually.
We got it. We got into voice, and Delta was like, "How do I crop a webcam again?"
Oh my god.
no.
Yeah, it is my first podcast after all.
Mhm.
And it's a pleasure to have you guys here. I know Yume is not here. I'll personally thank her off stream. But yeah, thanks Anda, thanks Lim for being such a good sport. Thanks the rest of the SINoALICE Royal Creator team who have been doing very well in their videos.
Yeah, everyone's making that good hashtag content,
Yeah, and
and I always have
Yeah.
fun being on
Yeah.
the podcast. It
Yeah.
gets me my content for the month. So.
yeah, the podcast.
Uh-huh. I don't have to
yes.
ever stream this game. It's great. I mean,
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
now that
Wait,
well,
what?
now that I'm in Europe, it's harder for me to do like my own streams.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna just like
collab.
slide my big ass into the podcast this month and
Podcast.
talk about some shit.
Yeah, and I think that podcasts are the good way for like royal creators to actually showcase themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
it is the
Yeah.
4th month that we are here. It is the 4th month. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can get to know us this way, and also we can keep everyone updated on like what's going on.
and yeah,
yeah.
and guess what? Like, SINoALICE royal creators are not like shields. We do have our feelings. Yeah, and we do have like very true things to say about the game. Because we believe in like the unfiltered.
Yeah, we
I-
don't like sugarcoat it, and like our friends at Poke Labo are totally okay with that, with
Yeah.
us
Yeah, yeah.
offering our criticism
They
as
don't
well.
pay us money, but they do. They only pay us in Twilight
They
crystals.
pay us so that we don't have to pay money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But
that means we can say whatever we want
but
within reason.
is it still enough? Cough cough.
Is it? I mean,
Is it ever enough?
I could use a little more. Maybe I'd be nicer to Poke Labo if they just gave us more Twilight crystals.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll
Uh,
get right on that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think we touched everything.
Yeah, touch everything. Yeah, we almost wanted
Oh,
to
we did it.
talk-
We did everything. We're
Yeah,
half hour over.
Yeah, we're half hour
Oh,
over.
God.
Yes. The next the topic that we want to talk about, there's one specific topic that we want to talk about, but it has to be next month. So next month will be hosted by JJ, if I'm not wrong. So
Hey.
yeah,
If
Wait.
next one is the not royal episode, then I'm posting. I think.
I think it is the not royal post. So yeah, I think you'll see Anda, under next month. Let me just check the roster for next month. Just make sure. Looks like yeah, it is the not royal like creator.
Yes. It'll be me, JJ, Neko.
Yeah, and Nicophon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next
I
month.
And
thought
I'll
Jay was
try
gonna
to
be in that
attend.
one also, but
I'll try to attend Not Hollow at some point. Maybe
not Hollow, yeah.
No Colo.
Well, they changed the time slot back, so now I can't go anymore because
Oh,
it's
wait,
again
wait.
in the middle of the night for me.
Yeah.
When is it?
1 in the morning for me now.
Oh
Oh,
no.
And I was like,
no.
hey, I love you guys. Can you change it for 2 months while I'm in Europe? And then they were like, yeah, sure, this works. And then 2 weeks
Yeah.
later, everyone was like, I hate it.
You
And I
hate it.
changed back.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm
Alright,
sorry.
alright. We are
So
overrunning by
painful.
way too long. Thanks everyone.
Oh no, it's been 1 minute over. Oh god.
No, it's
It
like
was been half
30
an hour
minutes.
over.
Yes, 31 minutes over. Thanks everyone for like being here.
No.
Hope to see you next month. I believe Anna you will be hosting it according to
Yes.
some sources.
I'll be at twitch.tv/kokuma_ch.
Yeah. Next month it'll be on them. I will not be here. Hopefully I will be in the podcast in like what's up.
It's like, hopefully I won't be here.
No. I do want to be here, but probably in December. I think that'll be the next time you'll see me. Unfortunately, the time slots are very tight. So
Yeah.
yeah, for the most part, this is the first podcast in the EU time slot. Do let us know, in the on Twitter. I'll leave a feedback session, feedback poll. You can like reply to it. I will also link that poll in the YouTube replay. So
Mhm.
all in all,
Along with the Google form and all the funny things
yeah,
for you to
including
know.
including the codes that you have not see because because on
They'll
YouTube,
be in the description.
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, for YouTube it'll be on the description. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope to see you soon, and
Yeah.
take care. Yeah.
Also, go to the
Bye.
art thing tomorrow with the RCP art peoples. Bye.
Yes. Right.